Well, good afternoon, everybody. All right. As you can tell, we in Motortown haven't made a video in a few days. The truck video didn't work, for the 100,000. I just not in the mood to do that. Not the best excuse, but it's the only one I got. All right. Welcome once again from the beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, Tyler, Texas. Yes. Well, my baby son come out and helped me catch up on some much needed weed eating. I had gotten behind with all the rain we had. Well, for the most part, that's over now, and now it's just blooming hot. And this old man don't do well in the blooming hot. But with that said, yesterday I did go out and get the yard mowed, and got it all looking like somebody lives here again. And today we're gonna play a little Motortown. All right. I am in the middle of a trash run. Well, actually, I just started. I've only got 2.8 of 15 tons. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see here. We're gonna jump out the truck, and we're just gonna start playing. All right. Now, the Motortown, it is much worth it if you're into these type games. I was a little skeptical playing the demo as to how well the game would actually be. And it has turned out to be one of my favorites. I enjoy it very much. My brother's not home from work yet, so I haven't tried to get him to join in or nothing. But it's open. He sees it. He'll know I'm here. All right. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. He may or may not join us. He joins us, great. If not, well, that's alright too, because I got you. And without you, this channel don't do nothing. So, you're the main reason I do these videos. I can play the game all day long without doing a video and have a lot of fun doing so. But you watching the video makes it that much better. I appreciate each and every one of my viewers. I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. And yes, Mark, that includes you. Alright. I pick on Mark a lot. But as many of you know, Mark is my baby brother. And he's also my IT man. So, as for the baby brother side of it, if I didn't pick on him, he'd think I was mad at him. And I don't want him to think that. He got an award, what's called a 5-year appreciation gift from his company. He's worked for Cavender's for 5 years. And, you know, it is what it is. But if you really want to show me your appreciation, let me see it in the paycheck. That's what I say. Yeah, the little gifts or whatever you want to call them are great. I can appreciate it. But then again, at the same time, I can appreciate a whole lot of things in my wallet. You know what I mean. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that one bit. No, it is grand that somebody appreciates the work we have done. I just think if you're willing to spend the money for whatever appreciation gift may be, take that same money and put it in my wallet. I'd be just as happy. Hey man, I appreciated what you've done for the last 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. Here's an extra $500 or whatever, you know. But then again, you know, $500 goes so far. $40 goes so far. And that gift will be there a lot longer. So, yeah, I can see it. I can truly understand. But that's coming from a poor man, though. Alright. It's not like I'm out there making $15, $20 an hour and can afford what I want, or at least what I need. So, yeah. But I am tickled that the company appreciated him for the work he does. He works fairly hard for what he does get. I mean, it's not the work that is the problem. The problem is he's in a non-air conditioned building all day, every day. And that wears on anybody. And Mark and I are not no spring chicken. Uh, I'll let him elaborate on that when he sees this video. He may or may not want to say something, but that's how I feel. And I really don't have a right to say anything because I am retired and I do not work. But I did work and I worked very hard. But that was then and this is now. And now I'm not able to work. But I'm working now because in a sense I do work. Now, granted, it's not painstaking. It's not lifting heavy boxes. It's not any of that kind of stuff. My job is to help make this channel grow. And the only way I can make this channel grow is to get off my stuff and get these videos out, and I've not been doing a very good job at that. But I do appreciate each and every one that views this channel. I've reached out to a couple other content makers. Their names will not be mentioned, but I have reached out to them, tried to get a little support from them to help the channel. And they're pretty big YouTube people. The only thing is, I'm not. I don't have thousands of subscribers. I don't have hundreds of thousands views. For whatever reason, because I do not have this, quite frankly, I'm not worth their time. They're busy making their own content and are not about to take the time to help a nobody. Now, I've seen content makers say, hey, check this channel out, check that channel out. Hey, I worked with this guy, and I worked with that guy, that gal, whatever the case may be. But until you get well known, all that stuff, quite honestly, you're invisible. I understand the criteria of YouTube, why they do what they do to a point. But to become monetized, there is so much content you've got to make. There are so many subscribers that you're gotta have. There's so many viewing hours that have got to be done that getting such monetization is quite a job. And a lot of the reason I probably don't get a whole lot of YouTube help from other content makers is because I play games. Most of the people I work have physical jobs they do and run their content off of that. Hey, that's great. Quite honestly, work fascinates me very much. I can sit and watch it for hours. That's about all I can do anymore. But I have fun. I need to bring you more content, I know. And I'm going to try to do so. Enough of the woe is me. But it might give you an idea of what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get to the point that YouTube pays X for me to sit here and play a game and post it on their channel. That's my goal. Will I ever reach it? Maybe. But you consider my age, the slow growth, probably not. If it happens, it happens. It don't, it don't. But I do have fun playing the games and chit-chatting with you, giving you some pointers of my personal experiences. Will they help you? Maybe, maybe not. But gives an old man something to do. It's been real hot here in Texas. We've been running right at 97 to 98 on a normal basis. But then again, we are talking, it is July. You don't expect winter weather in the middle of summer. So, yeah, it's supposed to be hot. All right. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Help an old man get monetized. I don't know. I need so many people to sponsor the channel by subscribing that, I need I need 500 people as normal subscribers, okay? I ain't got nowhere near that. I ain't nowhere near 100. So, I got a long, long way to go. Meanwhile, we'll be happy. We'll make us some videos. See where the road may go. It may go nowhere. But it's not the road that I'm worried about. It's the adventures that we will receive along the adventure along the way, and the friendships that we build. And I truly believe, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us look at it as, if you're willing to sit and watch my video, I consider you a friend. Because only a friend would sit and watch a lot of my stuff. So, for whatever that may mean to you, or the man on the moon, is between you and the man on the moon. But as for me, I consider everybody on this channel a friend. Because only a friend would sit and watch somebody else's stuff for any amount of time. And some of you folks have been with me a pretty good long time. Well, we'll see. We're at our 15. But I can get a little more bang for my buck by filling the back hopper up here, shutting that door, and I'll get a dump and a quarter or whatever. And that's good for me because that's more money. So we'll just throw a few more bags in here. And we'll close her up and head out of here. We'll head on down there and we'll empty the load. We'll call that a video. I jumped on the truck meaning to grab this garbage bag. There we go. Alright, we'll grab another load here. Another couple throw in there. Maybe the next 3 stops. Then we can get on down the road. We'll head over to the landfill. One thing I like about doing this particular area, as far as picking up garbage goes, is there is so much of it. You will be, you'll fill your truck up. That's enough. So let's shut the door. And what we'll do is jump back in it. And we'll head to the landfill. Now, it won't be until we empty this road that the video will be over. But we're going to head over to the landfill and we'll come back and get some more. I got $102,446 at the moment. I'll be closer to 200 at the end of this run, or this video. Because in this game, garbage pays AAA. I mean, it is probably the most well-paid things you can do in the game. Now, that's an AI driver for the game. They don't pick up trash. It's just another vehicle on the road. And as far as the channel I'm on, I'm the only one in here right now. So it has to be AI generated thing, as a car, bus, or whatever passing us on the road. Now, I dabbled, trying to figure out what I need to do to boost the channel. Yes, I can pay a fee. We got 6.2 mile by the air, 13.1 by the road to get to the landfill. Yeah, I could pay YouTube X to put my channel out there, promote it, you know. I'm a poor boy on Social Security. That's not going to happen. But I have been experimenting, watching other people, and I got a couple irons that I'm trying to get warmed up. With that said, we just, you know, I'm trying to get her done. I'm doing my part. Maybe not the best I can, but I'm doing my part as I can. Her and Chewy both been out. Your dumb cat went out. I let them in, and she darted out as they were coming in. Letting Mama know what's going on. She just got from her nap. I got my nap just a few minutes before we started this video. So yeah. Yes, I do take old man naps, and I'm not one bit sorry about it. Make our turn. I don't know why this game does it, Right now I am on auto drive, but they'll make a left turn from the right turn lane, and that's just wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. But being a South Korean game, okay, maybe they do that over there. I don't know. But we'll get over here, get this dropped off, and go back and get some more. I'm going to have to find a fuel station. Need a repair too, so. But fuel station I need more, so. And if I remember correctly, I will pass one on this route. Or route, depending on what part of the country that you are from. Kinda like tomato, onion or onion. It's where you growed up. But I gotta get you some videos, so there will be a few. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. I will read them. And if possible, and it sounds good to me, I'll try it. But I don't know what else I could do other than the games, because that's pretty much what I started and built the platform on. I don't know what else I could do to help. I just don't know. But I'm willing to learn. I do have some AI drivers. Let's go company, select. I got a tanker running fuel. I got a tanker running fuel. I got a box fan running corn. I got 2 dump trucks, one running ore, iron ore, and the other one's running coal. I got a box truck supplying supermarkets, and then I got a log export. I am exporting logs through the harbor. So I'll go ahead and repair these trucks. Now these trucks will repair themselves. What they do is they'll go to, like, right here. Here's a depot. This truck will stop at the depot and take on repairs. I have another one down here. Where's it at? Where's my other depot at? Depots. I have one there. I have one there. That's 2 depots I've got. Now I've got a home over here. I got one up here and one over here. Home garages. But these are my depots where they go to get repaired. I will have more. I just got to get supplies built up. And you need money to build the depots. And it isn't like a lot of the games out there. You don't just say, hey, I want this depot. Here's the money for it. Boom, you got a depot. No. In this game, you go to the contract office. You get your blueprints. Well, you buy your land. Go get your blueprints. Come back. Place it. Then you got to start going and getting your supplies to build it. Concrete, plastic pipe for drainage. Then you gotta go get steel, etc., etc. And to make steel, you gotta have iron ore. You got to have this. You got to have, and you got to go get all this. So it's quite involved. This is a driving game, yes. But it's much more a logistics game. Because you got to think of all that stuff at one time. I need X to do X, but I need this, that, or whatever to make that so that I can have it to go do what I need to do. It gets very complex, to say the least. And then you do have people who will come in, they will buy their little vehicle. That's all they do is run it around. If that's the way you want to do it, hey, more power to you. More power to you. What's your game style? Are you wanting to build and have an empire type thing, like I am doing, where you gotta build the depots and you're building your fleet, you know? Well, I need this, that, or whatever. I gotta go get this, that, or well, if I build my trucks up, I can get it done. Or I can buy a truck, run whatever that truck will hold, and just stockpile money. But hey, I would like to have a stockpile of money, but I don't. I wouldn't know what to do if I had a stockpile of money, as would most of us. But I do know what each and every one of us would do if we did. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. If we had the money, okay, we had a garbage truck like this one, packed as full as it'll pack with money, or the amount there that would be. I know one thing for sure. I know what I would do. I know what you would do. Anything we wanted. Tell me I'm wrong. I know, Mark. You're going to tell me I'm wrong just because I told you to tell me I was wrong. You're allowed to do that. You're my brother. The rest of you are allowed to do that too. You're my friends. Or that's how I look at it. Well, we got about 6 miles to go. We can drop this off and then this video. Come on, truck, get up that hill. She's a heavy baby. One heavy baby. Well, you got 15 tons in a little truck plus what else I got on the back right there, so yeah, buddy. You're a little bit heavy. Now I'm running low on fuel. But I think I'm going to be coming up on that fuel station before too long. But if not, I'll call emergency fuel and get this thing refueled. It just costs a lot more. And you don't get a full tank. In fact, what we can do is we'll go ahead and stop. And we'll call that refuel. $1,900 for a half a tank of fuel. Mercy. Probably cost me that for a full tank if I actually made it to the filling station. But now we ain't got a fuel crisis. Running the fire trucks in this game, it pays good. It pays really good, but nothing like garbage. Garbage is king as far as pay in this game. I just hit a massive wall of cars. Traffic building up, guys, but we ain't got far to go. We're getting ready to make our turn here in a minute. Yes, I could go off of auto drive. I could go around all these cars, but I stand a chance of wrecking. And that just adds to the bill. I'm trying to build up money, not spend it as much. But I am sure glad that my son was able to come over and help me a little bit on the yard. Get some of the weed eating that I just wasn't able to catch up on. By the time I had the strength, energy to do so, the phone would ring. Hush. I just wasn't able to keep up with it. because I had gotten behind, and well, it got me caught up. I might be okay. Till the next time. Oh. Well, I tell you what, we might just take a chance because I'm sure getting tired of this already. Alright, so we'll come off of auto drive. We'll go get around some of this traffic. When the time comes. Bush got one truck out of the way, but there we go. See if I can get up around these guys. Well, we're further up in the line anyway. See, right there was a gas station, but I wasn't sure I was going to make it. But I got enough to make it and get back to a repair station now. I tell you what, our next video will be, boy, about hitting our next. I did hit him. We'll drop this at the landfill, and end the video there. And then when we come back, I will be sitting at a repair facility, and we'll go through and repair this truck. And then we'll do another run. And anybody out there watching the channel that would play the game, or any game that I have previewed on this channel, if you've seen the game on the channel, you have the game, and you want to do a video with me, or you just want to play, let me know. We'll make it happen. I ain't got no problem. The only thing I ask is, no matter who you are, a professional courtesy to anybody who may or may not be watching. Don't want a lot of. I don't want any profanity. Although sometimes even I will use in extreme moderation. That's my only requirement. I really don't think that's asking too much of anybody. But I would be happy to play this or any other game with you, either as a recording that I am doing or just playing. Boy, this truck is squirrely. We'll go back on auto drive. All these windy, curvy roads, I'm just not doing real well right now. That's another thing about this game having the auto drive. If I need to get a drink of water or whatever it might be, let the dogs in, let the dogs out, whatever, the game still goes on. And then if I'm recording, the recording still goes on. You just don't get to hear my happy gameplay voice. Okay, you're right. But it sounded good anyway. Alright. Hey Nick, I hope you had a good day at work today. I know you'll see the video. Nick never misses a video. Now, he may not see it the very day, very hour that I posted. But the one thing I know I can count on, Nick's going to watch. I've got people that know me. I've got family members, etc., that know I do this, and they don't watch. But hey, that's their ticket, not mine. I'm still gonna have my fun. And we're gonna get her done. Yeah, 1.6 miles to go. Now there's a spot up the road here where a bus is stuck on the mountainside. I think I'm going to try to get it off of there one day. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do it. Because to get to it is going to be a job. I mean, it's stuck way up on a hill with no true access to get to it. And I haven't quite took the time to figure it out yet. We're getting ready to make our left-hand turn up here. Just the other side of this concrete place. Heading to Nobong. We probably passed it already. I don't remember exactly where it was. But I know it's along this route somewhere. And it's before you get to this point, so I overlooked it. 3,200 feet by the road. But we're not going to do that full 32. We're going to do about 28. Because I cheat, I go in the back way. There's the landfill right there. And you see the road over yonder. Go around this curve, around that next curve, go up there and come in. But they got this opening right here on the corner. And I always go in right here. Back on up here. You don't want to back up too far. And you want to set your brake because you will roll down into that pit. At which point, you're done. Okay. That's right. I think I gotta be in the camp to do that. Alright. Now, I want to raise the bed as X. Well, that went $121,000. $121,980. Now, I'll jump out. I'll come to the back. I hit X, tog the door. I compress the load. $186. So just over $200,000. Not too shabby for a few minutes work in real life. And a whole day in the game. Alright. Alright, so we'll hit X. And in the next video, we will be at the repair facility. So, for now, y'all be careful. Y'all be kind. May God bless you and keep you.